All right.
Yeah, so we're sitting here. We got some Northern American traditions going on here. You know,
Yep. Hokey poking around there.
yeah.
Way
Give
up
your
there in
balls
the
a tug.
Northwoods over yonder.
Yeah, give your balls a tug, bud.
Oh God.
So what's up?
Oh, not much. Just cleaning guns, enjoying my new hat, working super fucking hard.
The Canuck version of the campaign hat.
Yeah, the goddamn Canadian campaign hat.
Yeah.
So with
Ours
this,
has got to be a little different, Bob.
it does have to be
Okay.
a little different. It's a
How are we gonna
really
make our
bright.
different than the American one? Well, we can pinch about 90 degrees offset of what the American one looks like. Yeah, we can do that and make her a little bit lighter there, and then the
Wrap a
Americans are
belt
gonna lose
around
their
it.
fucking minds. Yeah, wrap a belt
Yeah.
around her.
So, oh God. Basically, I feel like that's how they came about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other fucking explanation. Like,
No, probably, but it's definitely nice, and it's the correct mix of rabbit and beaver, and
mm,
got the nice leather sweatband in it, and
yep.
the
This
non-adjustable chin strap. I don't know why they did that, but none of them have adjustable chin straps.
well,
So
the 1911s they were just the 1911 hats. This is the 1913, but the 1911s they just had a fucking string that you tied.
yeah, well, this is like
Like
a
it wasn't even a chin strap. It was just a fucking string.
this has got like an actual leather chin strap, but you're supposed to
Mm-hmm.
like tie it underneath the band here in the front. So to adjust the length. So
Fucking stupid.
yeah, I know. It's like, okay, why don't we just make it more retarded?
Right.
I wish they had like what you have, where they have the little buckle on it.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, that's adjustable. Man, the headphones are really making this peak look all sorts of fucked up.
I know, right?
Like it looks so like it's so much higher than what it is, and like
It
so much
looks
wider.
so, yeah, floppy too. But like that's how they were. They're actually like really soft and bendable.
Some of them, the 1911s were more. There was like two variants. There was one that I'm wearing right now, which is the softer one, and there was the like
The rigid
this
one.
version. Yeah, it was more rigid. I mean, it's still flexible. This is rabbit fur as well,
Yeah.
and this is my prized possession, which is why, and I can't get that made anymore because the guy retired.
Well,
But
at
yeah,
least he got out while the getting was good.
yeah, that's a fucking beautiful hat.
It
And
is a
so is this
gorgeous
one.
hat.
It's just different. I like the old ones better because it looks like more like
Yeah.
the you see pictures. But no, there's this thing's amazing. I actually
It,
sell these in my shop at mikesmilitary.com. So if you
because
want
if
one,
you don't have one, you should get one. It's truly this is a truly North American thing, the campaign hat. So
yep.
nobody else in the
And it's
world
like
did
I
this.
was I was wearing this out. Right, I was out burning wood or cardboard the other day, and you're out burning cardboard the other day. Yeah, no, so I was wearing this thing, and it was amazing to keep the sun out, and it was just
Yeah, it's
fucking
a great
beautiful.
hat.
So,
It breathes surprisingly well. It keeps the rain off of you. It holds its
mm-hmm.
shape. So can't complain. I see why people really liked them. And then you get that protection from having the like rigid crown.
Mm-hmm.
So can't go wrong.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm a huge fan of it. I can't wait to start wearing this thing all the time.
yeah. No, you're like nobody's gonna know the difference between an American and Canadian. They're gonna be like, "Oh, are you a state trooper?"
That's right.
That's what they're gonna say.
You're under arrest. Yeah,
You're under arrest. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't
yeah, you
arrest you
guys
here.
were
I'm
violating social distancing rules, and where's
a
your
little
face
bit out of
mask?
my jurisdiction here.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit out.
yeah. Oh god. Hey, don't be talking bad about the Ross. It's a fantastic
Uh,
rifle if you never have to shoot it.
well, no, you can shoot it. You just don't want to have it where there's a little bit of mud.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Unless you
so you're
get
like,
one of the cool the Ross Mark III Bs. They didn't make many of those, but they sorted all the problems out with that. But they only made like 20,000 of them. And they were short. They were as long as an SMLE.
Then why not just use an SMLE?
Pretty much, yeah. At that point, it was like, well, we already have the SMLE. Yeah.
Yep.
So
No.
just as they got all the crap worked out of it, it was like,
Yeah, we're gonna use the Ross. You got a little bit of Canadian pride here. Yeah, we're gonna go with this thing and figure her out. And then, oh shit, yeah, boys. Yeah, this rifle really. She ain't that
it
good,
worked
man.
great. Well, the Canadians still had Canadian ammo, but the second they ran out of Canadian-made ammo and had to use British stuff, it all went to hell.
Oh, so you're blaming the fucking motherland for your problems. So
Their
I guess nothing's
tolerances
fucking changed.
weren't as good 2 years into the war. So
I'm sure it was the fucking British ammo that caused the Canadians to have malfunction with their Ross, and not the climate, the conditions, the shitty design of the combat rifle.
That all adds up, but yeah. A lot of the very early problems with the Ross came by the fact that British ammo was on the larger end of spec and not as high quality, and Canadian ammo was higher quality but on the lower end of spec. So they reamed the rifles and everything out for. Yeah.
How was their production? Like, so Canada can't keep up. Like, the fuck do you expect?
Yeah, and then basically they went and they reamed out the chambers and everything started to be okay, and then the weather got bad, and then that caused a ton more problems. So, but in the first 2 months, everything was all right. So, after that, it all went to shit. But not a good rifle overall.
It's an okay rifle. It's just great. It's like one of those things that's great on paper and great in tests. Controlled tests.
No, it was great on a range. They loved them. International shooting competitions, fantastic. Canadians were cleaning house in the early 1900s. And then the second you actually have to get into a fight with it, though, in adverse conditions, it all falls apart. So, and the fact that it weighs goddamn 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Empty. Yeah. So, is a bit much. That's a bit much. So, it's the heaviest rifle I own by like 2 pounds. So.
Yeah, they're heavy.
They're incredibly heavy. God, the barrel on them is like the entire metal of an SMLE. So.
There's like nobody watching tonight.
Well, it's Memorial Day weekend. What do you expect?
More people will be watching.
Everyone's going up camping away from the internet and the governor and all that other good stuff. They could go do like one thing, and that's be outside. So, and what else do you expect? I mean, even though it's going to be crappy this whole weekend, weather-wise.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fucking rainy and shitty and like perfect.
Yeah, it's going to storm for 3 days here.
It's just so insane what I can't say on here anymore. Because like, I was just gonna say it's perfect weather for but like
but you know how the YouTube Nazis are.
Oh yeah. It's the little like 12-year-old trolls like, oh my god, we're gonna report him for that.
But to be fair, they could report us for nothing, and we'd still probably get taken down.
Yeah, that's true.
So they just have to make something up. That's how it is. So, hey, at least June 1st, we're going to be able to finally eat at a restaurant outside, but they have to put dividers up, and we have to wear a mask.
Yeah. We've been open for over a week. Completely.
How's things going there?
I know it's up to the restaurants. If they want to open up, they can. If they don't, they don't have to. Like, the government's out of it now, basically. Our Supreme Court ruled that it's unconstitutional for the governor to be making that kind of decision.
Yeah, that was actually, I was really proud of them for that.
Only one so far in the 50 states that have done that. So we'll see how it goes. Like, it could either fuck us over, but I don't think it will. But like, there's a lot of people like I think the biggest problem is government thinks that people are more dumb than they actually are, which I
Well, they
know is
kind of
hard to
want them to
believe.
be, don't they?
Right,
That
but
they
like,
want their constituents to be as dumb as
no, I've
possible.
noticed since that shit changed. Like, I don't go out much anyway, but like, I don't know. It's people have been going, yeah, hey, we're going out, but we're still being careful.
Yeah,
Like, we don't want to get people sick. It's like a really bad flu season that we don't know about. Let's still
yeah.
be
That's like,
smart.
yeah.
So,
Here they did a lot of people, even though stuff's kind of starting to now, still staying indoors, doing everything that like nothing changed. So
right, and yeah, so even when it opened, like, people are still being smart and respective of like the risk,
yep,
and they're being cognizant. So it's like we don't need the government to fucking babysit us,
exactly.
and
People
that's
can decide what's right for them.
right. And that's the thing is like the people who are at risk already know.
Yep, and
If
they're
you don't
taking
know
their
by now,
precautions.
good God, I don't know how the fuck you don't. But yeah, and they're taking precautions. They've got people that'll get them stuff. They go out. They you know
They wear
don't go
their
around
mask and
people.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Well, and nobody's like I'm like this. I was like this before all this shit happened. Like when I go to shop, do not get within fucking 5 feet of me. Just don't
yeah.
fucking do
Personal
it.
space is a big thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just please get the fuck. Like I won't get in your shit. If we're wafting, if we're going past each other in the aisle like at speed with a cart, that's fine. But I don't want you like fucking stopping right next to me and looking at shit. I just don't feel comfortable with that. Like go
yeah,
away.
yeah.
Like just yeah, whatever. So it's like really nothing much has changed for me because like I also grew up a germaphobe, because like my mom's sick and it's
Yeah.
just a like chronic thing that's nobody's fault and
So you've been like practicing for this your whole life.
yeah, and so I'm used to it. I'm like I don't like to be around people when people are sick. I get pissed and I'm like stay the fuck home,
Yeah. It's like,
like before this even,
yeah,
so
I get it. I get it.
and then you
So,
try to boost your immune system, figure out a way to like take vitamins, eat
hmm
healthy,
eat healthy, exercise
exercise.
regularly.
Yep.
Yep.
And so that's I've been just doing that, not the exercise and eating healthy part for the past couple of years, but I know how to do it.
Yep.
But
You're aware of its existence and what to do. Yep.
yeah, and so I haven't had to really do anything that drastically different.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose. Oh shit. It was last week I put that on. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say like I mean, I can wear this bad boy,
Yeah. Yeah. Should wear that down to the, yeah. Next
but
time you go out shopping, that'd be funny. Oh God.
oh grognak, it's 10 a.m. Someday I'm gonna go to the Ozland.
There you go.
Well, right, Todd. You say it like it's a joke, but like no, it's weird when pandemic happens and you find out that your lifestyle has a name called quarantine.
Yeah. There's plenty of people who have been doing that for years. I know people that are like that. Yeah. They don't do
Yeah,
anything.
I just don't
So
like. I used to love going out and being fucking stupid, being around people and like in close proximity that I didn't know.
yeah.
And now, in the past like 5, 6 years, I just don't want to do that.
Yep. Well, I have to for a job, so I guess that's kind of made me kind of tone deaf to it. I got people like breathing down my neck all day, but you know,
These kind of skills. Arrested Development fans, you'll know what I mean. Tobias.
I love taking that. What is it? I got like a survey in the mail from the like Center for Disease Statistics out of the University of Washington that I could like fill out, and it was like, how many people are you around every day? And I was like 10,000. And all this, I was probably the most lackluster survey ever because it was like, oh, this person's been exposed to just about everything and has like the highest chance possible of getting it, but doesn't live with anybody. And
Well, I think you should like once the antibody test gets like totally out there, it's like $7 a
yeah,
pop,
I could go get one. My boss wants me to go get one, so
Well, you should get one every couple months
yeah.
just to see,
Well, we
and
went and
like
got both of us got like a state of the art virus panel. It didn't have the COVID thing in it yet, but like it tested for like most of the common flus and stuff like that too.
well yeah, but it's not the common flu, it's a different strain.
Yeah. So, but like, no, I tested for like 25 different common viruses from this last year, and we both came back positive for a huge majority of them. So,
For the antibodies?
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's not like an active test.
No, this was just a test to see like basically what we've already had this year.
Oh yeah. It's like
So,
and that's the thing is, and with COVID, it's like, here's the thing: is you're young, you're healthy. You could
yeah,
have an asymptomatic case, but you could
yeah,
spread it to other people. That's the problem. But here's the thing: is you could have an asymptomatic case, or you could get it and be in the fucking hospital and
yeah,
almost
dying basically, begging for a
as you're young and
respirator.
healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
it's like, so that's what's so weird about it. And I think there's 3 strains that happened or that were, mutated through this
yeah.
so far, and we've already talked about it. But like, it's just I don't want to roll the dice.
Yeah, and that's totally. I
Yeah.
unfortunately have no choice if I want to keep making money.
No,
So.
no, no, but it's like it's still like the more we know about it, the more we don't know about it. But I just want some treatments. I want some like more stats to come out of like
Yeah,
how it actually affects people.
exactly.
Like,
Well, we
because it's
probably
like,
won't know all of that till it's actually done.
well, and there's a 95-year-old woman right now who has an asymptomatic completely. There's a
Yeah,
102-year-old World War II vet. He's got it asymptomatic.
yeah.
And
It's
there's
like a
tens
roll of
of
the
thousands.
dice
Right,
when
there's
you get
tens of
exposed
thousands of
to it.
people
Yeah.
dying the same age and 65 and older, and it's like, what the fuck?
Well, there was like a 22-year-old here that died from it. But like, granted, he had like asthma real bad. So.
Yeah, it's the
But,
comorbidity and the age. But again, there's people that have like they should be like dying, according to the stats, but
yeah.
they're asymptomatic.
Yeah.
It's like, does it
Like
really
the average
connect?
age of the people that were dying across the world was like 85, but like the
Yep.
average life expectancy across the world's 80.
Right.
So it's like, okay,
But I mean, those people, it's taking a fucking toll on that
it is. Yeah. I mean,
demographic.
look at
Yeah.
Italy. They had like
Oh my God.
catastrophic. Yeah.
They're old and they're heavy smokers.
So,
And yeah,
but
it's really weird. It's interesting and like
yeah, this is like one of the most random viruses that humanity has like encountered. It's all
and it's
like
like
basically just chance.
the thing that pisses me off the most that we won't get into, but I'll just kind of point on it. This was all preventable.
It is. It was all very, very
This
clearly
was very
preventable. Yeah.
those tens of thousands of people that died. I don't give a fuck how old they are, how sick they were.
Yeah.
They should not have died. It was preventable.
This all like
That being
this
said,
came
it is what
across
it is.
the government's desk like 6 months before.
I said we're not going to get into
Yep.
that. I'm
Fair.
I'm just saying. That being said, it's happening. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just study it now. Like, what's
Yep.
going to happen is going to happen. It doesn't matter if we do lockdown, if we don't. In my opinion, this isn't a fact.
Yeah.
I think it's going to run its course. It's just I think we need to learn more, as much as we can about it,
While
as
it's
quickly
here,
as
yeah.
possible.
Yep.
And here's the thing: is like the CDC came out recently, like within the past couple days, and said, yeah, it's not as transmissible via surfaces as we thought. It's the droplets. Like you
Yeah,
sit there
yeah.
and
They were saying
talk
like
to
what is
somebody.
it? Surfaces it's not very easily transmittable from.
Correct. It's like a 1 or 2% chance, even with the most high risk, something like that. Don't quote me.
Yeah.
But it's like a low risk, and it's insane because like wash your hands,
Yeah.
blah blah. It's like what won't do a fucking bit of good.
Yeah.
You should wash your fucking hands anyway.
Yeah,
Wash
no
your
matter
ass,
what
little
you're
dick
doing, yeah.
beaters. Right.
I wash my hands all the time because I'm crawling around all over freaking who knows what all day. Yeah.
Right.
But, yeah, I'd be anxious to see once this is all done and we've got all the data on it, how much it's changed from the very beginning
Yeah.
to the very end.
Well, I do genuinely believe I think this is going to become endemic. So it's like every year we're going to have to fucking deal with it.
Yep. Probably.
But yeah, it's just shitty that it was so preventable, and bottom line, communism fucking championed this one.
Yeah, they did. So people like to give them crap.
Yep.
So, oh well. So, have you bought anything new recently?
Yeah, I can't show you though, obviously.
Yeah, fair. Like,
But I got that ERDL shirt, and thanks to a very joyful Patreon supporter, Harriers.
oh,
He actually sent me a link. There's this guy that was selling an ERDL set. You're gonna love this. A set of ERDLs. Top was medium regular, which
yeah.
might work for you, and pants in great condition, extra large regular.
Oh,
Originals, and also a pair of second pattern jungle boots from '65.
that's awesome.
Yep, 9 regulars, like not gonna fit me, but like worth a spot in the
Just
collection.
having, yeah.
Yep, and yeah. Anyway, I got them for a pretty goddamn good price,
Well,
I
good
think.
job on you, Harriers.
Yeah, and they'll be
Getting some
here.
brownie points with Mike. He's
Well,
probably not even in here.
he's got a lot to make up for, but
Yeah, he does. Fair. Oh god, yeah, he's
sleep
probably not even in
case.
here tonight. Isn't he off doing whatever it is or something like that? I remember he was talking about that one week. I wasn't paying that much attention.
He's off like working his corner again because fucking Philip said he had to.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
God damn it, Harry! You better work your goddamn post again. I slap the shit out you.
Oh god.
Oh no, Philip, please, God, no.
Oh god. God,
Yeah,
that's perfect. Sounds exactly like how I would imagine that going.
yeah.
Oh boy. God, no, I got that. My FFL came in, so I gotta start doing stuff for that.
Nope. Take your
And
time. Take your time.
taking my
Relax.
time. Taking my time.
Don't go overboard.
I'm
It's
not
very
going
easy to
overboard.
do.
I got a budget I gotta adhere to, so
Hmm.
and I will do that.
The first
And
thing you should get is a Romanian Tokarev.
fair, fair.
Just, I mean, it'll pop your CNR cherry. Okay.
Yep.
They're really cool guns.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna love it. Like,
Fair. And I like the 7.62 by 25 because 30
yep.
calibers where it's at.
Well, it's a very hot round too. It's not just
Yeah.
30 caliber. It's a beast.
Yep. And so
See,
I think I could get behind that. So
yeah, that's what I'd recommend just for your first CNR. Because A, it's a pistol, so you could
yep.
say "fuck you, Minnesota" with your
Yep.
goddamn fucking permit to purchase shit.
Yep.
And then after that, I might sell you on a Turkish Mauser. I said circus. I was gonna say like a circus Mauser.
Circus Mauser.
I
I
was
mean,
I
if
was
that
looking at all my
exists, I would
guns.
probably still want one.
Yeah, I was looking at all my guns, and I was literally like in my head, I was thinking Arasaka, and then at the S part of Arasaka, I was like looking at Turkish. So I
Yeah.
was like
Circus Mauser.
Fuck.
Yep.
All right.
But it's too late. You committed.
I already
So
committed.
yeah, I gotta get one of those 8805 35s.
Oh yeah, I'll talk to you about that off the stream.
I definitely because I love the 88. Man, do I like the 88. So
I might know a place to
get some
we'll talk about this shit off the
off
stream
stream.
because
Fair.
I don't want my fishing hole to get spotted out.
Yeah, I don't want to be giving out all the hot tips.
Well, but
Fair.
they might be on their way. A couple of them.
Ooh.
We'll just say that.
Ooh. Fair.
A mouse
And then anything else, because like I definitely need to get some more handguns because I don't have any.
Yeah, Tokarev is a great handgun. It's a good one
it
because,
is.
and the magazines they're fucking cheap.
Yep, and ammo is still available. So
yeah, I'll show you where to get that too as well.
Mm-hmm. And then I got to get some big weird revolver.
Yeah. Big weird revolver. Ooh, shit. Well, you don't have the money for that, but I do have two 1917 Colt revolvers.
1917 is a good revolver.
It's a beautiful revolver.
Fantastic. So, and then, but like, how available are like the little clips for those?
Very,
Very? Okay.
very. Oh fuck yeah.
Oh, maybe I should get one of the cool Webleys that was converted to take those clips.
That's how I want to sell one of my
To get one of
1917s.
those cool
To buy,
Webleys
to
that
buy,
didn't yeah. Fair?
and yeah, yo, you didn't meet him yet. The guy that has the Sten, he has one of those conversions. I mean, it shoots exactly like a fucking 1917, right?
Yeah,
But it's
basically.
just
Well,
like
it's the
it's
same round,
cool.
yeah. It's a
Yep, that's.
Webley, though.
But they fire it. They handle exactly the fucking same.
Yeah.
Like they feel
So,
exactly the same. If you had your eyes closed, they would feel exactly the fucking same.
pretty much. So they're pretty similar in weight and everything like that, too. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Webley's a little bit lighter, little bit, not much, but like a little
Okay.
bit. But yeah, it's no,
I haven't
I
ever held them
definitely.
both too close enough together to know. So,
Well, I did because I brought my 1917 up that day, and the other Mike was like, "Oh, I brought my Webley that's shaved for 45," and I'm like, "Fuck! I've always wanted to shoot one of those to see if I actually want one, you know." And yeah, I held them up. I'm like, God, they're fucking. The Webley's a tiny bit lighter, but that's it.
yeah, and those take the same
It's
clips as the
shaped differently,
1917,
like
right?
yeah, yep,
Okay, fair.
yeah, the half moon, but I get the full moon. They're a lot easier. These fuckers,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they're a
Fair.
lot easier to use.
I get it. I get it. That'd be cool to have. I feel like big revolver would be the way to go.
Yeah, I mean the 1917, you've held mine, and it's like that's a fucking beast.
Got some heft to her, yeah. That's what you want, though. There's no recoil then.
Why would I
Well,
hook you
not
up
as
with
much
some of the
anyway.
sites that I've already mentioned in all my videos? Just because you got your CNR. I've already mentioned it all, dude.
Yeah, fair. You'll have to go back and watch all the stuff and boost Mike's ad revenue.
No, I'm not doing it for like the whopping like half cent that I'll get from you going through all my videos, but like I don't like to chew my cabbage twice on that kind of shit.
Fair.
Of like
Well, you
giving out,
should talk to him about getting a special link you could put in your thing so you can get some kickback from them sending all the business their way.
no.
Why not?
Because I don't want this goddamn channel to sell out. If people want
That's
to send
fair.
me shit
That's
to
fair.
review
Yeah.
and they want to send me stuff, that's fine. Like Alden from the Mosin Crate, like he's my friend personally, and
Yeah.
he happens to have a business that I like.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
He sends me shit once in a while. Sometimes I buy it. Sometimes he sends it to me. I don't really give a fuck if I shill for him because I believe in his company. I believe in what he
Yep.
sells.
And he's a good guy and he sells
Yeah,
good stuff. Yeah.
he's honest. I wouldn't endorse somebody that wasn't honest just because they gave me shit. That's why I don't endorse classic firearms because they're fucking cutthroat and shitty.
Yep.
You know, it's like so. Yeah, it's. But yeah, I will shill for him for sure.
Yeah. He
Because I
sounds like a
believe in
great
his shit.
guy for how much you talk about him and stuff. I'd love to meet him someday.
Oh, you probably will.
I hope so.
Yeah, you probably will. He's gonna be a huge fucking disappointment when you meet him in person, though.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You've been talking him up for so long and
Yep, you're gonna be like, oh my god. He's like General Grievous, you know. You're like, you expect this like big fucking like superhero like thing. And there's this guy on life support, you know, just barely breathing, fucking barely talk. He talks like he fucks his sister on the reg, you know. He's like, you know, hey, yeah, Alden from the Mosin Crate. You know, he's one of those ass clowns.
Okay,
So,
fair.
just
fair.
very disappointed. You're gonna be so fucking disappointed.
I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time keeping a straight face every time he opens his mouth.
Oh Jesus, yeah. Well, I do so.
God, I'd be losing it. So, God, it's like I was talking to my mom the other day because she lives in Georgia, so they opened up before everyone else did, and she had somebody over, and I heard him talk in the background. I just lost it.
Y'all ever had this gosh darn Tabasco sauce?
It's just the backwater Appalachian mountain. Yep, hillbilly
Y'all gonna
accent.
gas out there, cause y'all gonna gas it there. Y'all know babe heard it here.
Yeah, it's like
What
Jesus
the
Christ.
fuck? As I'm wearing this
Yeah.
fucking backwoods hat, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know penis wrinkle.
What? It'll soften up. This thing's brand new. I've had it for like 2
No,
hours.
I like the brims like that a lot better.
Yeah. So I don't like how it's like slightly favors the up though, so it's just gonna catch a ton of water. So I would much rather have it where it
there's
was
water
like,
on it with the weight. It'll
yeah,
pop
it'll
down.
flop down. Yeah, but
Yeah, so don't
I'm
worry
sure it
about
will with time too. Like once I actually like wear it, it'll do its
that. That
thing.
kind of hat's like, oh, Bubbles, you stealing carts again? Yeah.
Decent.
There's a fucking gold mine down here.
Yeah. God, the end of the parking lot. Yeah, just people not returning their carts, just shoving them
It's
into
great
the ditch.
when like Julian fucking I forgot what episode or season. I think it was episode or no season 5 when they're putting the hash in the fucking the cart handles.
Yep.
And he like Julian gets pissed and goes down and like I forgot the guy's name that like the head mall cop. He like fucking pushes the gun in his face.
Yep.
He's like, "You wanna fuck? Here's the thing. Bubbles is gonna come down here. You're gonna put all the fucking carts in. Okay."
Yeah.
And
Wait,
he,
was that at the point where it was what's his face from the like police department got demoted to the mall cop?
No.
Oh, that wasn't quite yet.
Was it?
There was one point where the guy that Leahy hates all the time, who's like running the police department, he goes to work as a mall cop.
No, that wasn't it. No.
Okay.
No, it's season 5.
That wasn't yet? Okay.
It's the guy that was like in charge from season 1 through 5, like the guy.
Okay.
Mall cop.
Yeah.
And then Julian like goes in there and it's like just fucking, puts the 1911 up in his face and just, whoa, whatever. And then he's like, okay. And all of a sudden Bubbles goes down there and goes, I don't know what you said to him, but there were a fucking lot of carts in there. He's like driving his go-kart pulling like 30 fucking carts.
Yeah.
He like wipes out.
Yep.
Because it shows them all the guards like throwing all the carts down
just
into the
swinging
fucking...
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
that's such a great show, man. I'm gonna have to go rewatch it again.
One of the best. One of the best.
Fantastic. God, that's great. I also like one of my favorite episodes is where the other senior trailer park supervisor comes and they judge the wrestling match.
Oh yeah, and then fucking Ricky's just being himself.
Yep.
And he pisses on his fucking car.
Yep, and he's like, here's what the winner of this competition gets. It's like a 2005 whatever Saturn, it's just like some junk car. Oh god. It's only got 100,000 miles on it. And oh man.
Yeah, and he's like fucking that was good. I have been punched at, I have been whatever. Never has someone pissed on my car. Like just getting all like pissed off.
Yep. Oh god, that is so great though. And then he refs the match where Bubbles wins. The green bastard.
Green bastard, parts unknown.
Oh god. I like how he has to punch. He's got to get the arm like way up.
You fucking want one? I'll fucking give you one.
Yeah, he gets way up there with the. Yeah.
I'll fucking crack you one right now. I still wouldn't want to get hit by that. That would fucking hurt in a weird way.
It would. God, it just surprises me that the guy who plays Bubbles is also the lead producer of that show.
Mike Smith?
Whoever the guy, or he's like one of the main characters for like a long time.
It's Ray.
Yeah, was a lead producer of the show.
Yeah, it's Ray. I forgot Barry.
Yeah.
Barry, what the fuck is his last name? No, it's Ricky's dad. Ray was the producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, God, I like Ray too. He's a fun guy.
Ray is actually the most identifiable character that I've seen in real life. I've seen Ray in real life.
Yeah, I know people that are Ray.
Just this drunk piece of shit.
Yep.
Trying to scam people. He's always a fucking victim. Yeah. It's always somebody else's fault. He's he's trashed 24/7.
He's in the wheelchair so he can keep getting the unemployment payments. Yep. Yeah.
Coast clear, buddy? Yeah, coast is clear, Dad. Fucking Julian, and he like gets up and walks in there.
Yep.
Grabs his drink. Ray, no, what are you doing? Like,
I like how he's like, his trailer doesn't have a ramp, but he somehow manages to go from in to outside with a wheelchair, and nobody.
And I love that too. After his trailer burst down, we set up a relief center back at the trailer, eh? So whatever. Thanks, buddy. Or thanks, Jimmy. You don't want to come over because I don't have a ramp. No, it's 'cause I don't like Jimmy. I'd rather sleep on the goddamn ground. It's like, ooh, that's a fucking blow.
Yep. Hey Rick, have you seen any of my cans of ravioli? Well, nobody wants to admit that they got drunk and ate 12 cans of ravioli.
9 cans of ravioli.
Yeah. Oh
I ate
god.
the first one, and then I think I burned the next four with a blowtorch. Then after that doesn't count because yeah.
Yeah.
Rick, where the fuck's my ravioli? I don't know. I can.
Yeah. God, that's fantastic.
Julia drank your liquor bubbles and ate my ravioli? That's when he gets up and fucking goes over there. Yep. It's like, that's the final fucking straw. You ate my ravioli.
Yep.
Oh, Christ.
God, that's such a great show. Well, there's got to be at least $15 in bottles there, Rick.
Oh, God. And then what season was it where he's like, they go in there, Bubbles goes in there, and Ray's like pulling the plumbing out of his walls.
Oh, yeah.
Sucker. And he's like, Ray, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, gotta get my liquor money, Bubbles. And he's like,
Yeah.
Ray, pulling the plumbing out of your walls for liquor money is fucked.
Yeah. Oh, God, gotta give my liquor money. Yeah, he's pulling all the copper pipes out of his trailer.
Yep. You should get some hobbies, Bubbles. What are your hobbies, Ray? Drinking? Like, doesn't miss a fucking beat.
Yep.
Just
God.
drinking.
I like another good episode is the Bible salesman.
Yeah. Can you read, my son? Well, it depends. Can you go fuck yourself? Boom! Roll intro.
Just living in this van with my kitties. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
It's a good fucking kitty right there.
Look at that. Yeah, that's good. All right, Bubbles renting this here van for $12 a month. That makes this motherfucker an income property, which means this thing falls under the same jurisdiction as all these other moths in this park. So that means you and your Rico Suave looking cheeseburger eating motherfucker better go on because you ain't beating nobody. I know I butchered that a little bit, but it was something like that. Fucking just J-Rock going on.
J-Rock's great, yep.
J-Rock, you better straighten Panama Jack out. Right the fuck out now.
Don't tell anybody I was living under my mom's trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like I went to jail. Yeah.
Season 5, yep.
Yep. God. And then Steve French.
No, season 4, yeah.
Yep.
Balls. There's a Ricky. There's a fucking animal in here. What the fuck's going on? Like stumbles through the little car, like in the barricade of the wall.
Yep. Well, that's why he mauled you, Jacob, because you had a big leopard print jacket on. Yeah.
He's just a big stone horny kitty.
Yeah. You know what they say, Bubbles? If you love it, set it free. If it comes back, it's meant to be. And then it just goes right into the car immediately after they unhook it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that settles that.
Yep. God, Steve French. And then he makes a return in one of the newest seasons.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yep.
Anything after season 7 is like...
It's pretty garbage.
They're trying so fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like...
The second animated season just came out like this week.
Not going to watch it.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
The first one was pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm just... They're trying...
They're milking it for all they can now.
Yep, exactly. And they know that it's not going to last forever. And they should have just fucking kept it like... Because when I first started watching it the very first time, when I was introduced to it, like, my roommate's like, you got to watch this. And I'm like, I don't want to. And he's like, no, just watch it. And so
just
we
sit
were
down
watching
and
it,
watch it, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't want to watch some, like, shitty fucking, like, 90s era documentary on some trashy people that sound like they're from Canada. And he's like, just keep watching.
Just keep watching, yep.
And so it took me, like, halfway through the first season. Actually, no, it took me till the actual, when he was shooting at the dogs.
Yep.
In the second episode. And I'm like, that's not, that gun isn't recoiling, and it's not like a real
Yeah,
gun.
it's so cheesy. The special effects are, yeah.
Right. And he's like, well, it's because it's a mockumentary. It's like it's like The Office, but with Trailer Park. And I'm like, okay, I've heard shit that I've actually heard people say in real life, so all right, I'll give it another chance.
Yep.
And then kept watching it, and it just got worse and worse.
You can stay in my car, Rick. I promise. I'll be out in 2-3 weeks minimum. Yeah.
I really gotta start getting my life together, man, and start growing some dope.
Yep. And get my grade 10. Yeah, yeah.
And then he gets his grade 10 honorary. That he has like got the leather jacket from Dartmouth Regional Vocational School.
Yep.
He's got the grade 10 fucking like patch on there.
Yep. And it's like way too small for him because they obviously don't have adult sizes.
Right.
God, that's great. And then he's also the janitor.
Yeah. And he's like selling hash.
Yeah. Putting it in the lockers. Yeah. God. Ah. Oh, man. Comments are also real low tonight.
And they're also just kind of like, I'm 12. I ate turtles.
I have a video on a World War I impression. It's years old and out of date, and I should probably update it.
Your Russian impression?
My World War I Russian impression, yeah.
Guarantee you it's inaccurate as fuck.
It needs a lot of work still, but it's not bad. It just needs some parts. So some parts that are kind of hard to find. So
like the whole thing.
Like insignia, but like I had the uniform, I have the Solberg helmet, I have.
Solberg is like not going to be mostly what they wore.
I know, but like I also have the hat.
Yep.
For most of the war, and then I've got the belt, I've got the ammo pouches, I've got the boots, got the pants. I'm missing a lot of the insignia and like the canteen pouch and stuff like that. So.
Oh, I could show this on camera. So I managed to find this in a batch of the World War II Romanian e-tools. Yeah, this is a World War I German M1898 entrenching tool. Original. You can tell by the folded over ears, like on the back. They got rivets in them. So this will definitely go well with the World War I German impression.
Yeah, it will. Man.
Fucking sweet.
I gotta get one for my Austrian impression.
I have Austria 1910s, but
yeah, are those the spade tipped ones?
You mean the pointed ones?
Yeah, the spade tipped ones.
Yeah, and they're curved too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I found out those are the actual 1910s. Yeah, the ones that are.
Yeah.
And then they've got the stamping on the like, what the fuck this part's called, but it's right here.
The tang.
I guess, yeah. But they've got the stamping on there, and it's, yeah.
Neat. Well, I got something pretty recent too. I told you about this, but like. Got it for way cheap.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Finnish M35.
Oh, yeah, okay, you did tell me about that, yeah.
Yeah, I got it for like $30. Yeah, and it's one of the Hackman ones, so they only made like 7,000 of them ever. So this is the most common bayonet you would see the Finns use during World War II that wasn't a spike. So, but then again, they took basically all the bayonets away in 1943 because nobody was using them, and it's just dead weight.
Yeah, no, that's a good buy for sure.
Yeah, so the guy thought it was Polish.
Yeah. I wouldn't have identified that at all, so I don't know.
No, it's like it looks so generic and everything,
yep,
and
that's what I was like.
It'll fit on any Mosin the fins made. So it'll fit on the 27s, the 28s, the 2830s, and the 39s.
So yeah, beds, OG, JT. I'll just call you beds. Yeah, the one I just held up, the German 1895, that was a Romanian e-tool. The 1895 sawbacks, no further info on those. The post-war ones are Soviet, what appears to be Soviet MPL 50s, which is fine.
Yeah, they made lots of those.
But that's all.
So nothing more on those, because I've never seen before. You showed me one of those saw ones. Never seen that before in my life before.
Yeah, but they're all the same, and I actually did find an article from Romania. So I like aggregates. I like getting a bunch of different sources that say the same thing that are credible,
Yeah,
and they have different.
because then it's pretty easy to tell if it's a credible source or not. Yeah, just
right.
by default.
And I don't know exactly the history, but here's the thing: is if somebody knows that they're something and they want to just buy it for the cheap price I'm selling them at, and they buy something that's like worth 10 times what they paid for it, whatever. That's my bad, like, because I didn't know about it.
Because I would love to get one of those just because I think it's interesting. I love e-tools.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of them, but I've never seen one that has an actual saw on it before.
Yeah.
So that'd be fantastic. Because they have everything. Is there any more of those? Like, are you going to get another batch, or are they pretty much all gone now?
I can get another batch if I need to.
Oh, so they still have plenty of them then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The boss, Kate, stop being a fucking wanna troll. Like, seriously. Like, just stop being a douche. I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah, classic.
Like, you're trying to get a reaction, you fucking got one. You want to be a fucking child, I'll fucking treat you like a child. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, that's not something that's...
No, it's not to fucking disagree, it's to fucking be a dick.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I'd have to agree there. Yeah, I don't know anything about M1 carbines.
Yeah, I bought a couple that didn't really function that well, and then it seems it was the magazines, oddly enough.
Fair. Do they suffer from like Lee Enfield magazine, where if it's not exactly perfect, the whole gun's screwed?
No, it's the magazines were meant to be loaded once, used once, and discarded.
Yeah.
And so they have a problem being used more than once, like I've noticed.
Okay.
So,
And is
but
there
and
anyone
they're
that
totally
makes like a
subjective. No,
beefed up like aftermarket one? That's
nope. KCI, the Korean company, they tried, and I have just as many problems with them as I do the originals. Like, it's fucking insane.
It's a bit rough. But like I could understand that though. It's like how I have with the like 20 M95 clips I have. Half of them are great. The other half, it's like, eh.
Yeah, but those you could bend and like fuck with.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing. Like the actual clip itself is the spring.
Yeah.
Then when carbine's got a spring, a follower, a base plate, a fucking body, and all that shit.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh Christ. But no, so if you get good M1 carbine mags, that thing, I was just shooting it last or 2 weekends ago. Jesus Christ, no, you didn't get fucking banned because you're commenting. Holy shit, do you want to get banned for being a douchebag? We can do that. We can go that route. You're just being an annoying fucking kid at this point. Grow up.
How's my Goo 88? I love it so far. I'm gonna probably take it out and shoot it tomorrow and hope it doesn't blow up. It's not gonna blow up, but there's a myth that they do, so. But
Oh, Christ.
What?
Alden's on.
I love Mosins. They're some of my favorite rifles.
The Mosin crate, though. What a fucking cryptic douchebag he is. He's too big of a pussy to show his face on videos.
What?
He's
He
like,
doesn't want to be on our live streams with us and talk about Mosins?
no, he's like AVE, but he's from the South, which is even worse.
I will nerd out about Mosins for forever.
They're rifles, they work.
They are great. That's about all that can be said about the Mosin is that they work.
My local FFL got into an argument with Alden. That explains why you're being a fucking cunt. Oh, I just want to fucking just get rid of this little piece of shit right now.
I mean,
like permanently from the channel. Like, I really do.
You have that power, Mike. You have unlimited power.
But like, am I the only one that thinks he's being a dickhead? Like, a purposely like aggravating, trying to fucking get a reaction like this.
Well, other people
then,
in the
like,
comments have already said that.
Yeah. Well, they're also saying like, ban him, like, crucify him. That didn't work for Jesus. So like, why the fuck, why would I do that whole thing? But if he said his local FFL got into an argument with Alden, like, this guy's probably just a fucking douche canoe that I don't want to deal with anyway. Okay, ban you, I don't give a shit. Alright, cool. Fuckity bye.
Why are M1 Grand so expensive? Because Americans fangirl over their own guns.
Right, and people keep paying the fucking outrageous prices.
Yeah, so it's the same thing with like 1903s. 1903s are like $1,000 for the World War I ones.
Try like 1,400
yeah.
Original config, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like because Americans fangirl over their own guns.
Yeah, definitely. That's what the M1 carbine. It's like there are more of those than there are the M1 Garand and 1903 almost combined.
Yeah, and they're so much money. All American guns are so much money. It's absurd. But that's why I don't own any American firearms. I guess my Pattern 14 counts as an American firearm, but nobody wants those.
It's a British design,
though. So.
It's basically a Mauser fucking rifle with its weird.
It is, yeah.
But
it's also in 303, so.
Yep.
But the only cheap American like actual service weapon you could still get is in 1917.
It's not cheap though.
I mean, compared to an original World War I 1903 and an M1 Garand and an M1 carbine, it's pretty cheap.
I know. So, that's what sucks. The 1917 is probably the best bolt-action rifle.
It is probably the best rifle of World War I, hands down. And yet they're the cheapest still.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I mean, I can't think of another World War I rifle that really has better prices than a 1917.
U.S.? No.
I mean, anyone almost.
Well, an M91 is $350.
True, but finding one that wasn't changed in some way.
Well, it's still doable.
It's doable, yeah, but like most of those people now that Mosins have become collectible know what they're worth, and they're probably about the same price. But the 1917 is going to be a much better rifle than the 91.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Even 91s are a lot easier to use. Like,
yeah, they are.
The few that I have fired, like they're really fucking easy to use.
I feel like the Mosin really gets a bad name from the 9130.
There's a lot of models that are okay. Out and, yeah, like the 91, and then the M39 was made from a lot of 91s and 9130s.
Well, basically all of them were made from 91.
Right, but like it was pre-war shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Russians. I mean, the Finns never made a receiver or a bolt. So.
Yeah, I know. Or a mag body.
Yeah.
/ trigger guard.
Yep.
No, those three components were definitely fucking Russian / Soviet.
Yeah. Most of them were Austrian captures from World War I or French manufactured ones that never made it to Russia. So. Like
Oh,
mine is.
exactly what Alden just said. It's like the Mosin's just a decent rifle that works. You're going across town, you don't need a Ferrari. Correct.
That's a perfect analogy for it. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but if you're going across half of Europe, I mean it.
Ooh, shots fired. Then you need a fucking Mauser, right?
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Depends on what direction you're going. So.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm really surprised Alden is watching. Like, I would be thinking that, it's fucking, what is it? Almost 9 p.m. Eastern time. And he is a very old man. So this guy's like fucking 80 years old.
Really?
People don't know this. Yeah, he's like fucking 80 years old. And he goes to sleep at like 8 p.m. every night and he wakes up at fucking like 5 or 6.
That's like when I try to go
Harasses.
to bed, but I go to
Yeah,
bed at like 8 and get up at 2.
he harasses the shit out of me. And every day he's just like, "You're a fucking asshole. I hate what you say in your fucking videos against me. This is a competition. I love classic firearms,
I love it.
and I just think you're a piece of shit, Mike." And, like, this guy is just harassing me and following me, and
Jeez.
and he, he country kitchen buffet. Yeah, well, I
I
don't know how
love the country kitchen
you're 80
buffet.
years old. Yeah, we had Old Country Buffet up here, which is better than that. But Golden Corral is better than any shitty
Golden
buffet
Corral
chain.
is probably the best like
Oh fuck.
buffet you could get. Yeah.
Oh Christ. But yeah, Country Kitchen Buffet. We went there in Tennessee, and we got some eating done there.
Yeah.
He was like 80, so I had to like help him in his wheelchair.
You had to you get to cut in the front of the line because you got yeah.
Right, that's what I did. I got prime rib. I got fucking macaroni and fucking cheese. I got grits, fucking everything good.
I
And
love grits. Why don't people like grits?
because they don't make them right up north. They fucking, you get north of the Mason-Dixon line. Nobody knows how to fucking make grits. Yeah, I did have to chew the steak for him. True story. I had to chew it and spit it out on the plate, and then have his quote unquote wife. She's a gold digger. And I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke ers. And she's so his wife had to like feed him my chewed up steak because she didn't want to get it in her teeth, and it was
Yuck.
it was a disaster, man.
Sounds like a
So
very meaningful, friendly gesture you did for him, despite the
right,
fact that he's stalking you.
geriatric, yeah, he's geriatric and he's like just mean. And but yeah,
Oh
grits,
man.
like people up north, they fucking make them like malto meal where it's like creamy and shitty, and it's like, no, you have to like rinse grits. It's kind of like making rice but with corn.
Yeah.
And people down south, it's like, when you order grits, no matter where the fuck you go down south, whether it's a mom and pop like restaurant, or it's Cracker Barrel, or it's Waffle House, especially, is amazing. You know that the grits is gonna be made fucking nice. They're gonna be made good. And it's like, how do y'all want your grits? And I'm like, I like cheese and butter.
Yep.
That's just the way I like them, right? Okay, sure. And you don't get a stupid look. You just fucking, they put cheese and they put butter in my fucking grits. I eat the shit out of it because it's amazing.
Yeah. Am I
And it's
weird
like,
because I like just plain grits with like nothing on
well,
them?
no, I like plain grits too, but like,
Yeah.
if I, whenever I'm asked, which is all the time when I go down south, it's like, do you want anything in your grits? I'm like, yes, butter and cheese. And then they just go, okay, cool. I will eat them plain if they're made right.
Yeah.
Because they're good. Like a little bit of
Fair.
salt in them if they're plain. I like a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
That's about it.
They're
That's
pretty
it.
bland if you don't have anything
Yeah,
in
a
them. But
little
I
bit of
kind of
salt.
like that though. I'm also that guy that like eats his oatmeal absolutely plain with nothing on it at all.
Well, I do that too because oatmeal's super fucking sweet. Grits aren't as sweet as oatmeal.
Yeah.
They're more, yeah, it's a different kind of food. But no, I mean plain grits. Shrimp and grits. Now there's a goddamn. I wouldn't have it for breakfast,
I'd probably get
but
the
shrimp
breakfast.
and grits is a fucking beast. That is a fucking meal from the South, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
That's
sugar
another.
grits.
Have you noticed how people around here, for some reason, you might be one of these people. Do you like coconut?
I do, but I could take it or leave it.
Okay. Why is there so many people around here that absolutely hate coconut?
Because they're retarded.
That's the only, like, nobody could ever exactly tell me what they don't like about coconut, yet they hate it.
No, it's like, I like coconut. I eat it plain, I eat it in stuff, I like
Yeah.
it. I'm just not obsessive like some people go to the extreme, you know? Like,
No. I mean, coconut's fine. It's not like I'm going out of my way to
no, I
like.
fucking love coconut. Like, I
Yeah.
love the flavor of it. I'm not like a fanboy.
So that's another. I don't like the texture. What the
Well,
hell does that even mean? It's not
no,
like you're. It's not
raw
like you're hardly ever
hold
just
on.
eating coconut. Like it's.
Right, and that's the thing is like usually it's like a flavor of like
Yeah, it's
coconut.
like a flavoring agent for the most part, or it's like in something else.
A coconut flour, coconut butter,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like
Coconut oil,
coconut
rather.
batter on shrimp or something like that. You know, like what? Why can't you eat that? Because it's got coconut in it. It's nowhere near
Yeah.
the same texture anymore.
Like coconut shreds in stuff, I get it because it's really chewy.
Yeah,
You know, it's like coconut itself is like a really chewy fruit.
and kind of spongy. Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of bitter because of the shell.
I like bitter though. Bitter's good.
I see. I don't like bitter. That's why I don't like coffee. But like,
Yeah.
no, it's like I can see why people don't like the texture, but the flavor wise, I fucking love it. It's amazing.
Oh man, this guy might strike a vein there, Mike. He doesn't like mustard barbecue.
Here's something no one can hate: mustard barbecue. I'm pretty sure you read that wrong.
I did read that wrong.
Yeah. Well, he was obviously paying attention. But yeah, mustard barbecue. You can hate that, and I can see why people would.
There's
hate
a lot
that.
of people who I would see don't like that. There's a lot of people who
Yeah.
don't like mustard.
It's an acquired taste for sure. It's I don't know. I just I first had mustard barbecue in South Carolina, just outside of Charleston,
Yeah.
when I was like 8 years old. Or no, it was like just outside. Like I could still see Charleston, but we were at some like barbecue shack, and they gave me mustard sauce, and I was like 8 years old. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I tried it, and it was like, goddamn.
It's like being kissed by an angel.
Yeah, it was just like because I like mustard. Yeah,
Yeah,
since I was
mustard's
a
great,
kid.
but I
Yeah.
understand why people don't like it though.
Oh, absolutely, me too. Like it's definitely an acquired. Or
It is a
it's just-
very harsh,
you
in your
either
face flavor.
yeah, it's very strong. It's you either like it or you don't. And I totally understand if people don't like it. I totally get it.
Yeah. I like Carolina style barbecue sauce the best out of any region.
I have mustard barbecue sauce. I have a shitload of it.
Yeah, you
Some of
showed
the best sauce I've
that
had since
one
I
on the
was-
stream, the
Right.
one from that baseball
Right.
guy.
Yeah, Gorman Thomas. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one, but vinegar based too. Like when I was down visiting geriatric Alden, we had Carolina vinegar based barbecue sauce on some pulled pork.
Yeah.
Trying to burp. Hold on. And yeah, I was not a fan of that. It was too fucking vinegary.
There's definitely some that like I've had that were okay, and others were very bad. Because
Yep,
like if
and
you do vinegar based right, and you have enough other stuff in it to kind of help balance out that vinegar.
Well, but he the sauce we got was like an original, like a old fucking school vinegar base, like from the
Yeah.
1700s.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those where it just had some herbs in it with vinegar and oil.
Yeah. So it's basically just vinegar. Yeah.
Yep. And it was a little bit too strong for my liking, but I mean, like if I was starving, fuck yeah, I could eat that, no problem.
Here's the thing, hot take. I'm not a fan of ketchup.
And I love ketchup, but I can see why people don't like it.
I mean, it's not like when I go somewhere and I order something, I tell them to take the ketchup off. I'll eat it, but
It's just really goddamn sweet and flavorful.
Yeah, I
It
just
really
don't
is.
own any ketchup.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
it's not a flavor profile I really like on my food. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
when I make meatloaf, it's got like ketchup and shit in it, but I don't make
Oh,
meatloaf very
duh.
often. But like,
Yeah.
you know, And I see why people like it, but like I would much rather on like a burger or something taste the like meat and the bread and stuff.
Well, that's the thing is ketchup is very fucking overpowering.
Exactly.
So
And
it's
I
like if
can't.
you're eating McDonald's fries, ketchup is perfect because they've got a flavor, but it's not too much flavor, and
Yeah.
ketchup complements it and makes it better.
Yes.
Now, on a burger, the older I get, the more burgers I have, the less ketchup I like. I like more mayo
Yes. I
or
like to
mild
taste
mustard.
what else is in the burger rather
Yep,
than ketchup.
you like to
You
taste the
know?
meat because ketchup's very sweet and also very strong, like vinegary and tomatoey.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's a very overpowering flavor. I see why people like it, and if you grow up liking ketchup in America, you will never be hungry because if you put enough ketchup on anything, it's just going to taste like ketchup. But
Right, and
like,
that's the
fuck,
thing is, yeah, it's good, but like now that I'm like actually looking at how to make different things,
yeah. Once you learn how to like cook and make food good and appreciate good food,
well, my
ketchup
tastes are
kind of
changing
like
too. My
yeah,
tastes are changing. Like my tastes change every. Maybe I'll start liking mushrooms in the next 4 years. Who
yeah,
knows?
that'd be great. Oh man, I have so many good mushroom recipes if you like
For
mushrooms. But
now, yeah.
oh
Last
man,
weekend we went up and we were going to a place and there was somebody cooking mushrooms and onions on the stove and I walked into the place and I literally went,
oh god. Mushroom liver and onions.
oh.
Oh god, that's like a heaven meal for me right there.
Well, we'll probably take probably about 150 more years before I might like that. So
Okay. Well, I'm not French, but my stomach is. So
yeah,
so put enough garlic and onions on anything and I'll probably tough it out.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So I'll eat an onion like a damn apple, like a sweet Vidalia onion. I'll just eat in that thing. Mm. So that'll really kill all the bacteria in your mouth, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, the garlic, yes, for sure.
So garlic's like really good for your immune system and stuff too, just like eating
Yep.
raw garlic.
It's a. You ever fucking actually just bit into a raw clove
Yeah,
of garlic?
all the time. I love it.
Dude, it fucking clears your sinuses out.
Yeah,
It
it
hurts.
it'll clear out your whole colon too. It'll clear
Dude,
out everything that
fucking
it
garlic
touches.
is potent shit,
Yeah,
man.
so it'll go right through you. It'll really deep clean your insides. It's like drinking bleach, but without all the burns.
Yeah, well, I'll stick with the passive garlic that tastes good and
There
doesn't
you
give
go.
me
Oh man, I love garlic.
the
Garlic's great.
fucking mouth burns and the ass pisses and
Oh man, just I don't. Mushrooms though. I love mushrooms so much. Just wine and mushrooms and onions and garlic and everything else. God, nice roast duck. Mmm. Some liver. I
you
might be a
done?
little weird.
Yeah, you done? You're
I'm
just like
also very hungry now.
you're just like this eclectic little penis that's drinking harp.
I'm having some Guinness.
Oh, it's Guinness. I thought that was harp. Oh, Guinness. Guinness makes harp. It's their
Yeah.
lager.
Yeah, it's like the Bush of Guinness. It's like
Yep.
the off band. It's like, oh, we effed up on something. Let's put it in the harp can.
Well, no, because Guinness is a fucking ale. Harp is a lager.
I love Guinness. Guinness is great. So, oh man. Does anyone else like Guinness? Like a lot? You
Yeah,
like Guinness, Mike?
oh god, yeah, back before I realized that I was allergic to fucking gluten, I loved Guinness.
It's like drinking a 4-course meal. It's dense.
The shit I had actually in Ireland tasted a lot different than the U.S.
It
imported
does.
shit.
Well, it's because it doesn't have like half the bad shit in it. But
Well, yeah, it was just like it was like drinking cream.
mm-hmm.
It was like so fucking different, and it was good.
So, I'd be really anxious because they just opened that new huge brewery Guinness did in Maryland,
Oh yeah.
like last summer actually, and I was like, that'd be cool to go see. Because all the Guinness before last year was imported, and now the North American Guinness is all made in Maryland. So
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be cool to go see.
They probably cut corners too, and they probably use like inferior ingredients.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say they're definitely gonna Americanize the crap out of it while they're here, you know. So they're gonna get everything they can.
Well, the thing is, like, I mean, I didn't mind the American Guinness; it was fucking amazing. But like,
It's not. It doesn't have anything on the stuff like you get that was made like 2 days ago in St. James Gate Brewery.
right? Yeah, the shit that was like fresh on the keg and just like very little head, and it was just, oh god, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm. God, have you seen how now that like some other company, is it Budweiser? They're making like a nitrogen porter too now.
I think I had that or something like that back in the day when they first came out with it, and it was just very non-impressive. That whole
Yeah.
nitrogen shit was like a fad, and it's like, we carbonate with, or make it bubbly with nitrogen instead of carbon dioxide. And
Yeah.
like, really, like, what the fuck is that gonna do?
It gives it a better mouthfeel.
Well, who gives a fuck? Except snobs that have nothing better to do than like. Well, here's the thing. Like, realistically, all beer tastes like shit.
Well, most alcohol does.
Yeah, alcohol in general just tastes like shit. And
Yeah.
you're fooling yourself if you think it doesn't. You're fucking buying into the alcohol companies' like marketing schemes.
Yep.
Like, let's be honest. The first time you ever took a sip of alcohol of any kind, beer, whiskey, wine, you went, "Oh god, I just want to either look cool," or "Oh my god, this is fucking gross." Yeah, it's like you don't do it with apple juice, even though it's terrible for you too. It's less terrible.
Well,
You don't do
apple
that
juice
with-
also isn't like straight poison for your body like alcohol is.
Oh, it is, but it's just a more long-term straight poison. That concentrated sugar without the fiber.
Yeah, fair.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone feels real good when they have a nice mouthfeel, right?
It's just like the snobbery, like wine snobs and fucking beer snobs. It's like it all tastes like shit.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty picky
What you're
when
doing
it
is
comes to alcohol.
you're polishing a fucking turd.
Yeah.
In the end, it's still a piece of shit.
That's right.
For fuck's sake.
Well, I'm picky. Like, I didn't even really start liking wine until like a few years ago because I had to like really sit down and like try a bunch of different stuff though from different places and like different kinds. And there was a lot of it where it's like, I got to pour this down the drain before I found a few that I actually like. So. Yeah, if you
Oh
can.
my god! I can't even swear in my goddamn comments?
Nope, not
Are
on
you
a live
shitting
stream.
me?
Not on a live stream, Mike.
Wow.
Yeah. The best Guinness I've ever had was the
Oh.
Guinness Foreign Extra. If you could find that, that's the best single bottle I've ever had of Guinness is the Foreign Extra. So.
It won't let me
Celiac
fucking talk.
does suck. I
Oh,
am
did
so
that
glad
show?
I don't have it.
That showed up? Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just taking its sweet time.
Jesus H. cocksucking Christ.
Yeah, celiac.
God, YouTube in there. Dude, I'm gonna have to find a different fucking a platform. I really hope BitChute would start doing this streaming shit.
I know, right?
Better.
But
like this is. Oh, I fucking hate YouTube so much.
pretty bad.
There's
I
some
feel like
serious
it's got a good
bullshit.
delay though, so their algorithms can screen everything.
No, this was immediate. I was gonna say I have not, but yeah, celiac is a cunt. And he's like, or it said, YouTube rejected your comment. This usually means they think it's spam. Try changing it a bit. AKA, you said a naughty word.
Yeah, you said a word we can't agree with now.
Jesus H. Fuck.
Hey, at least they let us monetize gun videos now, but we have to like fill out that questionnaire and say it's for educational purposes.
Yeah.
In a safe environment.
Yes, I have Discord, but if you have to be a Patreon supporter and do $5 a month or more.
Which you should do, because there's lots of cool shenanigans and show-offery that happens in Discord. And you could ask us basically any questions.
And you will get a reaction that's organic and not censored.
Yeah, YouTube's a whole mess of just. I don't even know where to begin. It's not great. So
No, it's getting worse too. Like Joe
it
Rogan
is.
even fucking jumped ship.
It's,
You see that?
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
he could also, wherever he goes, he's gonna get a pretty huge following to wherever he goes.
He's gonna go on Spotify, and overnight, like he just announced that, and he had like their user base increased by like millions. It was amazing.
Yep, he can do that.
Elon Musk should buy YouTube.
He should, because then it'll just be like how it was back in the glory days, where you just put whatever the hell you want on there.
Fucking mid 2000s and early 2010s, where it was just fucking the Wild West.
Yep.
And it was like,
God, imagine how much money he could make off that too. So
I've been told a billion times I need to do a podcast.
you should.
And well, now I've got to source my new FFL guy that just whatever.
Yeah, he's got like a studio and crap, doesn't
Yep.
he? He said.
Yeah, that's what I was saying last week, I think, and he was like, "Well, I'd be down.
I'd be down to do some podcasting."
Yeah, we could just set up a studio and fucking do a podcast and get the hell off of YouTube. Even though I still like YouTube because it's like to teach someone visually is a lot easier.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just
you
saying,
could still do the YouTube, but like
yeah.
you also would have another source of getting your information out there.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go take a piss. I'll be back. You wanna
Perfect.
take over the podcast, the video?
I'll take over the podcasts.
Oh shit! I actually don't want to have this up while I'm gone.
Yes, that's right, Mike. You got to hide all that stuff. That's why, according to my camera angle, right about half an inch from my finger there is where all the guns start.
For fuck's sake!
So,
One of my
can't
front seams fell over.
Oh no, Mike.
I'll be back.
All right, this is where I will be answering all of your Canada and mustache or mustache-related questions. As is tradition when Mike goes on the bathroom break, I will answer all your Canadian and mustache-related questions. We can't show guns on the live stream, or YouTube demonetizes us and pulls the stream pretty much immediately, unfortunately. Nope, can't show any guns. Can't do it. So, what do I do for work? Well, being vague, so people don't know exactly where I work. I am vice president of a distribution company. So, yeah, no guns in the stream anymore. YouTube, it's you can check their rules. It was actually a pretty recent rule. They put it up earlier this year, where we cannot show any firearms in live streams, or their algorithms will immediately pull the video. And yeah, it's not cool. We can still show firearms in videos, and they can be monetized now as long as we're doing it educationally. But we cannot, for any reason, show firearms in the live stream. So. All the banned guns in Canada are probably going to get destroyed. What hockey teams do I like? My favorite hockey team is the Canucks, the Vancouver Canucks. So, favorite maple syrup band? Probably President's Choice, honestly. Well, they have a bunch of algorithms that can see that type of stuff and like the basic shape and anything like that. They can find pretty easily. So, or if we randomly have an admin watching us or something, they could ban it doing that too. There's a number of different ways it could happen. Good luck finding a Finish M18. They're few and far between. I do own an axe. I don't really use it anymore, but I do in fact own one. So, and I assume you mean like full size, like wood cutting axe. No, the guns won't get imported into the United States, unfortunately. So, guns are pretty much done being imported into the United States, other than for like commercial reasons. A lot of the guns that they're picking out of Canada are too random and the selection's too off that they won't just get at least batch imported. Welcome back. We were talking about if they think that all the guns that are now like being banned in Canada, if they're going to import them into the United States, and I said
No, they're not.
Yeah, I said they're going to be destroyed more than
Who gives a fuck about Canada? Like, now everybody cares, and it's like I've never cared. I don't live there. I'm never going to. Fuck them.
Pretty much. I've always had pretty much the same thing about Canada. Great place to visit, not to live.
Yeah, you grew up there, so yeah,
that's my selling point on it. It's real pretty, great place to visit, not to live.
Yep.
So, gun prices have been pretty stagnant in Canada. Most modern and like commercial stuff has been pretty much the same for years.
Well, now it's not though, like the AR-15.
Yeah, no. Now everything's kind of been kind of topsy turvy lately with that, but
Canada's government does suck.
Yeah, Canada's government is arguably some of the worst in the world. So.
And what's shitty is Toronto runs a gigantic country.
Yeah.
Like geographically, not population-wise. But like,
yeah, it's not very good.
So Toronto, those little faggots in there. Oh, I'm gonna take this stream down anyway. They don't understand the needs of like somebody that's living in fucking northern Saskatchewan or the Northwest Territories that needs.
Or basically anyone out of the 5 major cities in all of Canada.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Quebec and fucking, Montreal, fucking Toronto, Halifax, and what's the other ones?
I would say
Vancouver.
It would be Vancouver.
Yep.
Ottawa.
Well, Ottawa's a province.
Huh? No, Ottawa's the capital.
Oh, the shit. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I fucked up. Yeah.
Toronto, Montreal, and
well, Halifax is pretty big.
And Quebec City are basically but they're also like an island. They don't exactly have the wildlife.
Yeah, sure, you're right.
And probably like Edmonton or something like that, or Saskatchewan, So like those cities, anything out of those kind of big urban areas in central and southern Canada it's straight wilderness basically.
Well, it's kind of like here too. Like, okay, so if you look at where a lot of the gun legislation in the United States lies, which is all unconstitutional as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's a whole other topic. I don't want to get on that. But so you look at where it actually lies and resides: Chicago, New York City, California, which has a bunch of major cities, highly populated. So, them wanting to make this a federal thing, which the bump stock thing, even though it's not technically a weapon, it's a bullshit accessory. I just don't think it was
accessory.
I don't think it was worth fucking going through all the effort.
It wasn't worth any of the effort they wasted on that. Yeah.
But anyway, at the federal level, the NFA and GCA are the premier things, and they're definitely not as like restrictive as a lot of states are. Magazine capacity, all that shit. NFA says a suppressor needs to go, through a background check. As a full auto or an SBR, SBS.
Yeah, stuff within reason. You could understand that.
Well, it's not within reason. It's still dumb.
Yeah.
But at least it's like it's 4 things.
Yeah.
You can still fucking go out and buy a rifle. You can go out and buy a pistol. You can go out
and buy a shotgun. Carbine. You can go out and do whatever.
Yep. Yeah. And then with the 4473 shit, like the having to fill out the form, that started to get dumb. And then because I understand why they did it. It's like they intended to protect people.
Yeah.
From
there was definitely good intentions there. Yeah.
Because there are a lot of, and like even nowadays, there are a lot of really stupid / crazy fucking people who own guns.
Yeah. There
really are.
Yeah, I know a few of them. Yeah.
And that's a big reason of why I own guns. I know how to use them. That's the big difference. A lot of these stupid crazies. Well, actually, no. Nowadays, they do train a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you don't know. Well, if no guns existed, this wouldn't happen. That's not reality. That's a fucking fantasy. Like, you know, well, if communism, if you know, if people wouldn't be greedy, it would work. Well, if people wouldn't kill each other, guns wouldn't have been invented. We'd still be using fucking bows to harvest
Yeah,
game.
we'd be well, like I said on stream a long time ago, like people put all these problems on guns, but still more humans have died at the sword than have ever
Oh,
been killed by guns.
the knife and the blade. We'll
Yeah.
just say the blade in general,
I mean,
and
like
they still
people,
are. They
yeah,
still are.
yeah, exactly. And like people don't realize that for every person that's like injured by a gun, there's probably 10 that are injured by a knife. And
Yeah,
even
if
today,
somebody,
yeah,
if I was going into a fight with somebody who had a gun or a knife, I would be exactly the same amount of afraid, but I would think that with a knife, I'm going to get fucked up even worse,
yeah,
even if I get it away from him.
yeah,
Even
and
if I
like,
get it away from him, because in a knife, here's the thing with a gunfight, one person's generally going to get hurt,
yep,
and that's the person who doesn't have the gun. In a
yep.
knife fight, if you go for that, everybody's getting hurt.
There's
It's
a
just a matter
potential
of
to hurt a lot of people. Yeah,
oh no. Both people are getting hurt. It's just a matter of who gets hurt worse.
more. Yeah,
Yep, with a knife, and that's the thing is it's like, oh god damn.
yeah, and like people don't realize how gruesome it is. Take something very like relatively innocent, like the Bible. All right, a lot of religions are aware of it. You know, a lot of people follow it. It talks about being really nice and treat your neighbor good and all this other stuff. But there's points in it where literally there's a line in there where they put a whole nation to the sword. Men, women, children,
Yep.
babies. Killed them all, exterminated an entire race of people on the edge of a blade.
Yeah.
And that has never happened with a firearm since their invention. So,
Yeah, they've attempted, but it hasn't actually happened.
yeah. But like people don't realize that if guns go away, knives are just going to injure people. They're gonna kill people. They're gonna everything else. So, and the thing is, a knife is no different than a gun. It's a tool. It's meant to
Just
be.
it's the
Yeah.
amount of range. It's the amount of range that you have with a gun, though.
Well, in the end, no matter what range it's at, somebody's gonna be hurt or dead. So
It's a fucking weapon, man. It's all
yeah,
into. Well, here's the thing: is a knife is either a tool, a weapon, or both.
yeah,
A gun is a tool, a weapon, or both. It's like
yeah,
yes, it's lethal. A fucking hammer is lethal. A fucking giant stick that I pick up on a hike in the woods is lethal. A
yeah.
rock is lethal.
Slipping in
But
your bathroom, cracking your head on the toilet's lethal. But like, come on.
yeah, it's just like you have intent. Like the first, like I don't give a fuck if you believe the Bible's real or not for religious sake, but like I think it's real for like the stories. I think they've been passed down. The first recorded human-to-human kill in history was with a rock.
Yeah.
Like they still exist. They're here
Yep.
today.
Yep. And people still get injured by them.
But did he use an assault rock? That's what my question is.
Yeah. It had a bump stock and a 30-round magazine. Yeah.
A clipazine that 300
Yep.
bullets a second.
And it was a ghost rock. People
300
couldn't find it and trace it. So
right, 300 pebbles a second. Yep.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean, it's like people are horrific. A lot of people are horrific.
Yeah.
And they're going to figure
in general are horrific. Have you seen what we've done to this planet?
Yeah.
So, but in the end, nothing's going to change if they get rid of guns. Crime's still going to be there. Murders are still going to be there.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, it's funny because New Zealand, since they did their little gun ban, their gun-related crime has actually increased. Go check that out.
Same thing in Australia.
Well,
and like London. London banned guns and their knife crime exploded.
The violent crime, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's
because now people know that they don't have guns.
Well, and the Aussies are like the biggest to defend their. Well, we don't have guns. There's no crime, but the Brits are the biggest. We don't have crime here because we don't have guns, and that's why our crime rate is much lower per capita than the United States crime rate is. You have to understand this.
if you want your crime rate to drop, you must ban all guns. It's like, well, all right,
Yeah, but you know how
penis.
many
Yeah,
crimes are stopped by guns, though, too?
I talked to a there was a guy when I was in college. He was from the UK and he was actually a police officer. He was a bobby in London. I forgot what fucking borough or whatever. But he was a police officer in the UK for a couple years, and he was telling me their techniques versus ours. You know, of like the use of force and all that shit.
Yeah.
And he showed me a video of like them detaining this guy that had a knife. They got him with a shield, like a concave shield, pinned him up against the wall. But there was like 15 or 20 officers.
Yeah, they need a jillion people to take down one guy. Like, even to,
Right.
like, pull somebody
And
over
so
on
I
the
asked
highway,
him,
they bring, like, 10 squad cars and, like, encircle them and force them
right.
to slow down.
That's the thing is I was like, so I know the guy is alive and I appreciate that because I don't like people dying. I just don't like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how is it better to not have like at least a taser or OC or some shit?
Yeah.
Um,
Some kind
much
of
less a
less than
firearm.
lethal.
Because like I mean, the use of firearms per police officers in the United States per year is like a fraction of a half of a percent.
It's, like, basically zero. Yeah.
Right.
Unless
It's
you're
like
black.
the actual. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice troll there, but actually most people that get killed by gunfire are white, but we don't want to go
Yeah.
there.
Shh. No, the government doesn't want us to know that.
That's because African Americans blacks only make up about 13% of the U.S. population as a whole, mainly inner cities, and most shootings happen everywhere, which whitey makes up about 65 to 70% of the population.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
Anyway, so I know I'm kind of being a dick.
Tangent. Yep.
That's the shit that I brought up in like school because of the criminal justice degree. I was like, you know, we were
Yeah,
learning
you
about
know
this.
about this stuff better than probably any of us, so you had to study
Well,
it.
yeah, but I don't claim to be an expert at all. Like I still
Yeah.
have to do research year by year because it changes. But
It does.
no,
Yeah.
I had a bunch of black professors who I actually challenged, and I actually got them to understand what I was thinking, like to actually look at the stats, and they were rational about it. And it was like, dude, I don't like anybody dying, but like if you look at the stats, this many more white people are shot by the cops every year just because there's more white people in the United
Yeah,
States.
statistically it makes sense.
Like,
Yeah.
right. And he's like, yeah, you know that I get that. Yes, he does. He goes, I'm biased because I'm a black male and I've been in the system and you know I've had experiences with this shit. And he goes, and I'm biased. And I said, okay, you admit you're biased. Thank you. But you're also educating people. Which.
Yep.
But anyway, so we'll get past that. But yeah, the whole gun thing is. If guns never existed, ever, okay?
Yeah.
I legitimately believe, and I have nothing to back this up. This is an anecdote. This is hyperbole, whatever you want to call it. I think crime, like violent crime, would be exactly the fucking
It'd
same.
be pretty much the same, yeah.
Because if you look through recorded history, which I did, I fucking wish I would have saved that project. It was on my old computer and I fucking lost it. Violent crime rates, like if you take, you know, per capita basically, like percentage wise of the population at the time,
Yeah.
it's been about this, and I forgot the magic number. It was like violent crime in general, like not just murders, but like assaults, batteries,
Yep.
and you know, going on with like the domestic abuse and shit, which is a new classification. But anyway, it was like a 12% occurrence in the population. Like you're 12% of people or something like that. Again, don't quote me. It was something around that number from what I remember. This is just anecdotal, by the way. This is not facts. You shouldn't take this as a fact. But let's say it was 12%. Throughout history, it's been fairly significant. You know, sometimes it drops, sometimes it goes up by a point or two. But it's fairly consistent, whether it be poison, stabbing, beating, just you know, strangling, and all that shit. It's like people, for whatever reason, have this fucking itch in their brain, this fucked up inclination to want to kill other humans in certain situations.
Yeah.
And some people, it doesn't matter the situation; they just have a fucked up inclination.
Yeah, they just want to kill.
Right. And I think, I don't know why that is. I can't explain that. I can't rationalize that, so I won't try to. But I think that, I mean, guns, of course they kill people. Not
But so does
directly,
everything else.
but like, guns, it's a tool. And
Yeah.
again, like we were saying,
All about how
uh,
you use it.
right. But yeah, guns are fucking lethal. They were designed to be lethal. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking dumb. So some, leftist that goes up, so you're telling me that guns were not made to be fuck yeah, they're made to kill.
They were
Whether it
literally
be
designed to
game,
kill. Yeah.
other people, fucking anything, they're designed to kill. They're also a fucking tool. A sword was designed to kill. A knife was designed to kill. A fucking rock in a sling was designed to kill.
Yep. A rock in
that
some
you
guy's
throw with your-
hand could
Right.
was the yeah.
Anything. I mean, even if I don't shoot you with a rifle, I can fucking beat you to death with it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking tool. It
Yep.
depends on how I use it. Guess what? All of my rifles in my hands had never killed a human being. All my pistols, same thing. Isn't that fucking weird?
Wait, in your hands have never killed a human being, but
I don't
have
know
they
what their
ever
history
killed
is.
anyone? Huh?
Probably. I mean,
Yeah.
they've killed a couple of these have killed deer. I hunted with the K98.
No, I mean like have yours probably any in their history ever killed somebody?
Probably, but I don't know. That's a video I'm
Fair.
gonna make. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way of telling. Like, most guns sit like what they're doing right now in my fucking office.
Yep.
They sit.
Yep.
They sit and collect dust until
Mhm.
they're cleaned off. Most guns have sat.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, if need be, like if somebody comes into my house threatening me or, people I care about and they have a weapon themselves, like a knife, well, I'm not going to bring a knife to a knife fight because I know, like I said, both of us are going to get fucked up. I don't want to get fucked up because somebody else decided to have a bad day or a mental break. I'm going to use that firearm, which is the advanced technology, to like, no, it's not an even playing field. I clearly have the advantage, but I should.
You want to have the advantage in that scenario.
Right.
Yeah.
And here's the thing is, I would use a firearm in defensive status only.
Yeah.
I will not go on the offensive, probably, even if the boogaloo happened, I'm not going to go on the offensive with my fucking firearms. No fucking way. No way. I'm going to be defensive completely.
Fair.
And it's like, if more people, I know most people think like that, but like, if more people had that attitude of like, well, when the boogaloo happens, I'm going to go out and fight. Yeah, again.
No, you're not. You're going to die.
You get shot at once.
Yeah.
You get shot at once, you'll piss shit, throw up, and fucking crawl up into a ball and wish you were fucking dead and this never happened.
Yep.
So no, don't think you're going to be this big Billy badass motherfucker. So you should probably think of using your firearms in the defensive mode.
Yeah.
Rather than offensive. And then
responsibly use your firearms.
Right. And it's like, I don't understand these people that want a war here in the U.S.
No.
That's so ridiculously retarded. Like,
I don't know. I don't understand why anybody would want a war ever.
Right. Oh, well, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, they're all bad. They're all so bad.
Everybody wants to be in a war until you go to a war. Ask me how I know.
They're all so bad.
They're just
nothing
dumb.
Good ever comes out of them.
It's fucking stupid and yeah. It's a very small percentage of the population benefits. A very small percentage of the population benefits. Most people that are involved get fucked.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, no, my firearms, it's like, yeah, I know that they're fucking lethal. Duh. Herder.
Yeah. Fair. I was just looking at all mine.
Same. It's like, I'm looking at mine too. It's like, I just like them because they're fun.
Yeah. I like them for their historical value.
Yeah, exactly. And, and I have killed deer with them, and I don't hunt anymore because I don't need to, but if I had to, I would. I know how.
I would love to, but I got to get time off and go do that. And
yeah, it's a lot of work. If you do it yourself, it's a lot of work.
But that's half the fun for me is doing everything myself.
You don't have the room to do it though. That's the thing.
I got to find somebody's land. I got freezer space, but like I can't.
Well, no, but you need somewhere to like butcher it too.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the problem.
Because who's gonna want to see blood running fucking everywhere? when you're doing that and all these body parts in the
I'll
fucking
just, I'll just
dumpster.
string it off the 3rd floor deck and just let everything just fall right down onto the sidewalk, you know?
Yeah, it's not gonna end well. It's gonna be a big problem. But
I don't know. A bunch of cats and dogs and stuff will come haul it off. It'll be fine.
yeah, well,
Kids will go play in it. It'll be all right.
yeah, that'll be all right. But yeah, it's other than that, like yeah, it's let's see, my number 4 Mark 1, the Long Branch has killed quite a few deer. The K98's killed quite a few. My M1 Garand has killed quite a few, or a couple rather, not quite a few. K31 got 2, and I actually think that's it.
I was gonna say, I've only, out of all the ones that I currently own, I think my Mosin's the only one that's got one.
Oh, I got one with my FAL.
My
My first FAL. That was
Yeah.
fucking fun because that fucking doe was pissed. Like I shot her and I was using the Hornady 150 grain ballistic tips,
Yeah.
and I shot her, and then my buddy that was with was using my number 4 Mark 1, and because she didn't, it looked like she was hit, and I'm like, I guess I missed. He shot her and she got fucking pissed and started running up towards us, and so he was working the bolt he was working the bolt fast, and as he was doing that, I'm like, oh fuck. So I pulled the FAL up and I started
Yeah.
shooting, and then he shot another one. She took I think 6 or 7 like rifle rounds
Damn.
charging us because she panicked and was running up towards us. We thought she was charging,
Yeah.
and yeah, and then she finally just went down, and then I used the Tokarev to like the M57. I'm like, good fight, you
Yep.
done well.
Yep.
And I went up behind the head because I don't like animals suffering when I'm hunting.
No,
like,
no, no.
It's like you're done.
Yeah, that's what happened with the Mosin. I winged it, went through both lungs,
Mm-hmm.
did a couple little sad hops and a skip, and then fell right over, and then I took one more shot and basically just caved its face in.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the thing is we looked at all the shots afterwards on this doe, and they were all kill shots. They were all in the kills on their lungs, heart, everything.
but they
One got
can
through
they
the-
can bleed for a long time, deer can. Holy crap.
Well, she was a big doe too. She was
Yeah.
we got a lot of meat off of that one.
So
But yeah, it's also a very when you hunt deer and you use military surplus stuff, it's like you you, you kind of see like what it'll do to a person.
yeah,
Like
pretty much
that.
almost as close as you could get without actually shooting a person.
Right, and it's not why I hunted at all, but like
No,
after I was like, thinking, you see,
you
I've
think
seen
back
deer-
on it, yeah.
well, I've seen deer get hit with a 303,
Mm-hmm.
and it fucking, you could see the fucking pink mist within 100 yards.
Yeah,
You could see, like there's a fucking
Yeah.
visible spray of matter out the back, and it's like Jesus Christ. I know that's a
Yeah.
soft point. I get that, and I get
Yeah.
that.
that's a lot worse than the FMJs. Yeah,
Well, but the hydrostatic shock is probably going to be about the same because it's their lungs and heart turn into like black jelly
yeah,
if you get a good shot. And like with a 303, that's what I've killed the most deer with a 303.
yeah,
And Jesus Christ, is that
yeah,
ugh. I mean,
yeah,
I'm glad it kills them quick. If I'm going to take a life, I want it to be done as soon as possible.
yeah.
Is minimal suffering. But
Well, like the devastating power of it.
yeah,
it-
it's just
Yeah,
fucking insane. It's like very humbling. Like holy fuck.
yeah,
But yeah, then the K98, I shot a smaller doe with K98, and it literally just went
yep. Just cut
on the ground.
Yep.
It was 175 grain hollow or soft points out of the K98. It literally just was a perfect just down.
Yep.
I saw it thrashing as I was running up to it, and it was done by the time I made it up there. It was about a 100-yard shot in the woods, and I mean it was just perfect. So like the K98, that was probably the best deer kill I've ever had because it was just done,
Yep. Just
over with. And
Yep.
the 303 did a lot of those too, but the M1, that was the weirdest goddamn. I've only taken, I think, one deer with the M1. I was using what the fuck were they? The Sierra, I think, black tips,
Yeah.
the 168 grains in the M1, and my sights were off that year, and I figured out that the fucking front sight had issues after that. But
Bent a little bit.
no, it moves. It still does. I gotta fucking
Oh,
put
it
some
drifts?
Loctite in there. Yeah, it drifts and it'll fall out. But
Ooh.
it was moving because I had been carrying it around, and so
Yeah.
I'm sitting there with I think it was with my dad, and there was this deer, and I'm shooting kind of up a hill, but like it's fine, like beyond there. If I miss, it's not gonna hit anybody. And so I go nothing with the M1, and I'm like,
Huh.
if I miss that, my sights are off. And all of a sudden, the deer just like literally crumbles,
Yep. Just
and I'm like,
collapses.
what the
Yep.
fuck? Like it was a delay,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what in the fuck? I was aiming towards the kill zone, like, okay, I gotta go up and see if it's still alive. I'm just gonna go and shoot it in the back of the head if it's still alive with the toke. But I go up there and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't hit it like anywhere in the kill zone. And I'm like, what the shit? Where the fuck did I hit this thing? Is it just faking it? Like what the fuck?
Yeah. Wait.
I look.
Have a heart attack or something? Yeah.
No, the head had a fucking. It didn't even explode the head. It had a perfect like 30 caliber hole through the one side, 30 caliber exit hole.
Really?
Perfect. Like, and it was still smoking. That's the only reason I saw it is because I was looking around the deer and all of a sudden I saw a little bit of smoke come out and I'm like,
Oh.
oh fuck. And I felt like it was dead,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was sitting there because I shot it and it kept chewing. It was just like,
Yeah. Had that nerve response. Yeah.
well, it slowed down and then it didn't move and then it just went.
Yep.
It was like, well, fuck, I didn't ruin any of the back meat. No
There
fucking
you go.
chance.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect. Can't get much better than that. Yeah.
oh, yeah, it was insane with the M1. But then, yeah, once I got the sights on, it's like, well, I kind of want to have a challenge if I go out.
Yeah. I really want to get a Swedish 96 now, not only because we got to do the Swedish World War One thing, but also I feel like that would be a fantastic hunting rifle. So.
Well, yeah, that. Devin, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you shoot that thing, you're not gonna ever want to shoot another fucking Mauser again.
I know, right?
Like,
but like,
they're the
because
fucking.
I like the cock on close, and I like
and
the
also
little rounds.
The knurled fucking cocking knob.
Yeah.
So you can pull it back if it's a click no bang.
Well, that is a
decock
huge feature. That's a feature I look for in guns actually, and like
You can also
why I'm
decock it.
so disappointed in the Mauser 98 because like none of them have that. But they're like, oh, if you have a spent case, you can hook it in this thing and pull it out. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to f around with that. Just give me a thing so I could re-cock the gun.
Yeah, the M96 Mauser is like I gave up. Remember Anthony, right?
Yeah.
When I was shot on his land. So I was up there a couple weeks ago, and I had a few rounds. So I was like, I get some more ammo for it eventually. But I was like, all right, 200 yards. We have a target set up. It's like a 12-inch gong, and he's sitting on a bench, so he's like using his elbows. It's like technically supported, but not really supported.
Yeah. Free hand supported. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, flip the sights up to 2, or they're on 2. I'm like, just relax and squeeze the trigger. His first round, he goes. He just looks at me. He goes. He reacts to the other one, and he's like, "I fucking like that shit." I'm like,
yeah,
fuck yeah.
There's a reason why there's people consider it to be the best Mauser ever made. So.
Yeah, I would say that, and then the Persian 9829 is, I think, the second. I have no experience with the Argentine 1909 or the Brazilian 1909. I know it's a small ring bolt on a fucking large ring Mauser action, which would be very cool.
I thought those were based off of like the same thing as the Yugoslavian ones. It's the like Belgian designed intermediate Mauser action.
The 1908? No, because the Serbian one was 1924.
No.
1908's a full length. I know that.
Yeah.
Or the 1909. I'm sorry, the 1909.
Yeah.
It's a full length. It's just they did something where they were like, oh no, maybe
wait, wasn't that the one where they wanted it comparable with like their older rifles? Like they wanted to be able to share the barrels with the older rifles, so they had to make like the weird receiver or something like that.
I don't know. I have to stop talking about that because I don't know. So
yeah. Because I
But
know there was
anyway.
one South American country where like they had a bunch of barrels or something like that, and they wanted to still use them. So Mauser came up with like this receiver just for them that was like weirdly length, so that way they could keep using their old barrels as well as new barrels with them.
Right. Yeah, and
Yeah.
speaking of that, I do have ammo coming for my 1891 Argentine Mauser. So if you want to shoot that
Gotta
fucker,
shoot that too.
that's I should have put it on my list, but it's just, it's not. Well, it's.
It's still an
But
earlier Mauser. There's a lot better stuff that came out
no,
after
but
it.
it's fucking smooth. Like
Yeah.
it's fucking.
Well, still hands down, the best Mausers that have ever been made, ever, were the pre-World War I ones. After World War I, they all go downhill to some degree. Because the fit and finish of the Mausers from pre-World War I are going to be the best because they were directly competing for world, basically, domination contract-wise with OEWG. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I can't confirm or deny that. Like I don't know. I haven't.
well, the world basically got divided up in like sectors of influence between DWM and OEWG.
Yeah, but I can't attest to the quality because like I've
Yeah.
shot Mausers from before then. I've shot Mausers from fucking.
Yeah. So like
You know,
you really
the
see like
40s.
the late 1800s and early 1900s Mausers are going to be probably the best you'll ever find as far as like fit and finish go.
Yeah, but the Argentine, you fucked around with mine, right? Like you actually got to hold it.
Yeah, I picked it up. I picked up just about everything in that room that I hadn't picked up before. So
Yeah, and oh, I think no, I didn't order that. So I'm gonna have to order some LaBelle ammo.
definitely, because I want to shoot that.
Yeah, we'll have to go out where you can just shoot it, fucking all day, because that thing is
Sweet.
like, yeah. So I found a bunch of rounds that I had loaded up, and it was like, so they're on like their fourth load,
Yeah,
and we went
that's
out
what
and
you're
shot 'em.
saying, and you were like
Yeah,
starting to split cases and stuff
yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
But no, it's like guys that I had never even shot one before. I told them how to operate it, how it works, and all that shit, and had them load it. And then I was like, yeah, 200 yards, just
Yeah, just go. Yep.
aim, and it was a hard to fucking miss rifle. So
One of the greats. One of the greats. You just got to really want it on that backstroke of the bolt. Oh, and I see
yeah,
Cody
well,
here.
oh, this little piece of shit. What are you doing? Come on. Yes.
Good old Cody.
You're the fucking center of attention again, just like you want.
You and your big ears.
Leather ears.
Oh, jeez. Good old Cody. Such a lapdog. Always needs to be the center of attention.
Oh
yeah. Oh boy.
Fucking ears are covering up his little.
Yep. Man, he's got some really big ears.
Oh yeah.
Jeez, for his tiny, long, little, slender body, he's got some massive, massive ears.
No. Looks very doby in this shot.
Sticking straight out. God.
Little Doberman. Weird mix of the whippets. You're fucking scary.
Yep. Where's Remington, that fat tub of shit?
Oh, he's been a pain in the ass lately. Like he's like a troll. Really
Oh
hard.
God. Remington.
Yeah, he trolls the dog.
Yep. God. Good old Remington. Where are you, Remington, you fat tub of shit?
No, that's the thing. Is like you love that cat.
Oh God.
Yeah, you love him.
I wish rifles could be shown on streams too, trust me. YouTube won't let us.
If I'm gonna delete this shit anyway because I said oh my God.
Yeah,
It's like
pretty much.
reports it, but there'll be some little fucking 9-year-old that
wants
Yep.
to fucking.
It'll be that guy that you were having odds with earlier.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna report his shit for hate speech and fucking whatever. So make myself feel better. It's like did I not give him plenty of warnings? And he was just
Yeah,
like,
you get, and a lot of other people were like, "Dude, stop."
right.
Yeah.
So fuck him. God, I just don't people that don't get it. It's like it wasn't because of what you were, Oh, I didn't say classic was the worst. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. It was just you being a dick.
Yeah,
You're
we're all well
antagonizing
aware.
people.
So you're trying to make a cool joke about it, but it's like,
Right. Just shut the fuck up.
I get it. So, but so how much longer do you want to do this here?
Oh shit, it is about time to.
Yeah, we're about 2 hours into it, and I'm getting.
Well, not 2 hours into it. Don't fucking.
It says live 1 hour 55 minutes and 45 seconds up there.
All right, so do you want to go to the after party on Discord for a bit then?
Yeah, I could go hang out for a little while on there, but not too long because I gotta work tomorrow.
Well, it wouldn't be a fucking stream without you saying that shit. So yeah.
No, it wouldn't. So gotta make that
All right,
money,
guys.
you know.
We're gonna go to the after party on Discord. And
Yep. So if you don't subscribe to Mike's Patreon for $5, you should.
We can't hear you. Yeah, you can. Fuck yeah, you can.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you maybe next week.